Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. WWE SummerSlam results 8/3, 6 championship matches, Drew McIntyre collides with CM Punk. Welcome to Wrestling Incorporated's results of WWE SummerSlam on August 3, 2024, coming to you live from the Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, at a special main show start time of 7 p.m. ET. After weeks of mutual animosity, Drew McIntyre will be going one-on-one with CM Punk. Seth freakin' Rollins will be serving as the special guest referee of the match after Raw general manager Adam Pearce had difficulties finding anyone else who was up for the job and Rollins himself having his fair share of issues with both men. Tensions between McIntyre and Punk have meteorically escalated over the course of the past couple of months, with Punk costing McIntyre the World Heavyweight Championship at WWE Clash at the Castle in June and the duo finding themselves in numerous verbal and physical exchanges with each other. Speaking of the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther will be challenging title holder Damian Priest. Although Gunther initially secured the match by winning the 2024 King of the Ring tournament, he has not held back in regards to voicing his feelings that Priest is not on the same level as him. Gunther defeated Priest's fellow Judgment Day member Finn Balor this past Monday on WWE Raw. Priest then went after him after the match to provide a helping hand to Balor, and the pair subsequently became entangled in their second major brawl in the last couple of weeks. The undisputed WWE Championship will be on the line, as title holder Cody Rhodes defends against Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. However, it won't be any ordinary title match as it will be contested under Bloodline rules. The issues between Rhodes and Sikoa have been well documented over the last several weeks as Sikoa continues his rise as tribal chief. Sikoa assumed the position from Roman Reigns in his absence, and found himself in a tense verbal confrontation with Rhodes during last night's edition of SmackDown that ultimately resulted in the pair agreeing to the Bloodline rules stipulation. Elsewhere, 4 other championships will be on the line tonight, as Women's World Champion Liv Morgan puts her title on the line against Rhea Ripley of Judgment Day. While Ripley was sidelined with an injury for a number of weeks, Morgan played mind games with her by going after Dominic Mysterio. Following Ripley's return to WWE on the July 8 episode of Raw, Dominic officially disassociated himself from Morgan in an effort to prove his loyalty to Ripley. Bayley will be defending the WWE Women's Championship against Nia Jax. Like Gunther, Jax emerged victorious in the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. However, this hasn't stopped tensions between the pair as well as Women's Money in the Bank briefcase holder Tiffany Stratton and Mission from rising over the course of the past few weeks. Braun Breaker looks to put an end to Sami Zayn's reign as Intercontinental Champion tonight as he challenges him for his title. Breaker previously unsuccessfully challenged Zayn at WWE Money in the Bank on July 6, and the former has subsequently blindsided the latter with a number of attacks out of anger in the weeks since, including this past Monday on Raw with Zayn ultimately getting the better of him. Additionally, Logan Paul will be defending the United States Championship against LA Knight. Knight had been looking to secure a shot at Paul's title over the course of the last several weeks, and despite Paul's reluctance to give him such, Knight was eventually able to get him to add his signature to the contract that he and SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis had previously signed. We are live. The main show kicks off with Jelly Roll singing God Bless America. Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Wade Barrett then greet audiences at home to the main show as Triple H makes his way out to ask the Cleveland crowd if they're ready. He welcomes the Cleveland fans and fans at home to SummerSlam, then throws it over to Jelly Roll who performs his song Liar as a video hyping up SummerSlam plays for fans at home. The host of SummerSlam, The Miz, then appears in the crowd to welcome fans to SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio then make their way down to the ring, and Liv Morgan follows. The bell sounds and Morgan rolls out of the ring looking to escape Ripley. Ripley chases her around the outside, and Morgan slides back into the ring. Ripley gets back in, but Morgan rolls right back out. Ripley follows her, but Morgan gets back inside. Morgan slides out once again and Ripley pretends to follow, but stops herself when Morgan gets back inside the ring. Ripley levels Morgan with 3 clotheslines and a full Nelson suplex, then follows Morgan out of the ring and high-fives Dominic. Ripley then becomes affectionate with Dominic and sends Morgan repeatedly crashing into the barricade, then delivers a chop to her and sends her face bouncing off the ring steps. She gets Morgan back inside the ring, then connects with a headbutt on her and delivers a riptide to her in the corner. She sets up for a second one, but Morgan escapes and sends Ripley crashing hard into the middle turnbuckle shoulder first in an effort to target the shoulder she had previously injured. Ripley slides out of the ring to recover and regroups with Dominic. Morgan surprises her with a pump kick and a stomp, then gets her back inside the ring and goes for a pin. Ripley kicks out, and Morgan continues to wear down her shoulder. Ripley hits a boot on Morgan, then slides back out of the ring to regroup with Dominic once again. Morgan looks to surprise Ripley with a tope suicida, but Dominic pushes Ripley out of the way and takes the move. The pair get back inside the ring, and Ripley lands a boot on Morgan's jaw. She then drop kicks her into the corner and sends Morgan crashing into the mat face first, then goes for a pin but Morgan kicks out. Ripley sets up for Riptide, but Morgan counters into an elevated DDT and goes for a pin but Ripley kicks out. Morgan ascends to the middle rope, but Ripley pulls her down and cinches in the prism trap. Morgan sends Ripley crashing into the corner to break the hold, then hits a crucifix bomb and goes for a pin. Ripley kicks out and Morgan looks to lock in a cross-arm breaker, but Ripley prevents her from cinching in the hold with an S-grip. She then makes it up to her feet and delivers a powerbomb to Morgan before she goes for a pin. Morgan kicks out, and Ripley sends her crashing out of the ring. Morgan grabs a chair from the timekeeper's area and brings it into the ring. The referee orders her to dispose of it as Ripley tries gaining some feeling back into her shoulder. Ripley knocks the chair out of Morgan's hand and hits another Riptide, then grabs the chair and looks to use it. Dominic takes the chair from her before she can use it, and an enraged Ripley stares him down and gets in his face. Morgan takes advantage and dropkicks Ripley into Dominic, then lands Oblivion and goes for a pin. Ripley somehow manages to kick out. Dominic slides the chair back in the ring and distracts the referee. Morgan takes advantage and lands a second Oblivion on Ripley on top of the chair for the win. After the match, Dominic helps Morgan up and kisses her as a heartbroken and enraged Ripley watches on. He then places the Women's World Championship on Morgan's shoulder and puts his arm around her as the pair make their way to the back together. We then head backstage to Judgment Day's clubhouse, where an enraged Damian Priest enters looking for Dominic Mysterio. He asks Finn Balor if he knew what Dominic was going to do, and Balor says he wasn't. Balor, JD McDonough, and Carlito then go off to look for Dominic to allow Priest to continue preparing for his World Heavyweight Championship match. Back at ringside, Born Breakker makes his way out to the ring. Sami Zayn follows. The bell rings and Breakker charges at Zayn. Zayn moves out of the way, and Breakker is sent crashing into the corner shoulder first. Zayn then flies over the top rope to level Breakker, then dumps him back inside the ring and ascends to the top rope. He looks to fly, but Breakker moves out of the way. Zayn then looks to land the hell of a kick, but Breakker avoids it. Zayn rolls up Breakker, but Breakker kicks out and connects with a clothesline. He fires off right hands on Zayn's head in the corner before the pair teeter on the ropes and Breakker delivers a Hurricane Rana to Zayn. He goes for a pin, but Zayn kicks out. Breakker then fires off more right hands on Zayn's head, then fires off more on Zayn's midsection and gets in his face. Zayn responds with a series of strikes and a clothesline to Breakker, then fires off right hands on Breakker's spine and looks to send him crashing into the mat. Breakker escapes and ascends to the middle rope, then looks to fly. Zayn intercepts him with a Blue Thunder Bomb and goes for a pin, but Breakker kicks out. Breakker then hits a jumping knee on Zayn, but Zayn responds with an Exploder suplex to him and lines up for the hell of a kick. Breakker,